Bourbon. Belts. Blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B Podcast. Let's fucking go.
Welcome back to the Triple B Podcast, Bourbon Belts and Blockbusters. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Tim.
Hell yeah. We are back with another episode here. We're going to be drinking on some bourbon. We got a new bourbon this week from Moi. Yes. Yours truly, the old Grippermeister himself. Left my socks at home on accident today, so they're back. Shout out to whoever. I don't even know who it was. We had a comment one time saying, "But why are the grippers out?" Because it's summer, dog, and I wear Crocs and slides all over the place, and I forgot to bring my damn socks now.
His dogs are barking. They get hot.
Yeah, they're sweaty dogs. So, anyways, but yeah, we're gonna talk about some wrestling and some Blockbusters as well today.
Yes, we are.
But first,
let's get to it.
The most anticipated moment of our show.
It's the
What's
cash.
the bourbon gonna be?
It's the cash-in time.
It is the cash-in time. It was my cash-in this week. You can check that out on our socials that we'll get to here in a second. But I actually do have a little bit of a backstory as to why I chose this one. It's been a long time coming for me.
Ooh.
Back in January. So a while ago.
New Year.
Yeah. My dad had sent me a text asking, he's like, "Hey, is Elijah Craig a good whiskey?" Oh, it's Elijah Craig, by the way. Here you go.
Spoiler alert.
I'll take it out. Elijah Craig, small batch.
Ooh,
My dad had just texted me and asked if Elijah Craig was a good bourbon or not. I think he was either getting references for himself to give his best friend, we call him Uncle Johnny.
Yeah.
Or if he was actually like trying to get an idea of what to get him for something, maybe. I'm not sure what the reason behind it necessarily was, but told him, I was like, yeah, I've had Elijah Craig, once or twice. So I was like, I remember, like, if it's been a while, I think what I remember is liking it. I don't remember anything bad about it. He was like, okay, cool. He's like, I'll have to tell John about it and whatnot. And he said that John watches our show.
Oh, nice.
And so that my dad was like, you should do that whiskey and maybe shout out Johnny on the show. So, Uncle John, here it is. If you still listen, I know it's been a while since that conversation, but yeah, I finally got to it. We got the Elijah Craig small batch 1789. Technically is a recommended bourbon from a listener or a fan.
Yeah, I like it.
So, I should have done the plastic wrap earlier. I always forget about this. They really don't want you to just be able to drink this easily.
No, you just gotta.
You really make you work for it. I'll pick that up later, Tim. Don't worry.
Or the dogs.
Just throwing garbage on your ground.
Ooh. I love the pop.
All right, I'm gonna sneak around the old microphone here for a second.
Okay.
About even.
It's got a nice color to it.
Yeah, a nice hue.
A nice caramely color to that.
Just put her right there. Just gonna put her there.
Put her there.
Put her right there. So, Uncle John, this is for you. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a very long after
Yeah.
where then you get a burn.
I was gonna say,
Right?
it doesn't
and it's not a
hit you.
strong burn in any way, but
No.
it's I guess it's more heat than burn. Mm-hmm. But at first I was like, that had no feel to it at all. It was just smooth as. That was super smooth.
Pow.
And then all of a sudden you're like, whoa,
Not like pow, but
there's some
just,
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little heat to it. Sweet. You can taste the char, but it's not overpowering in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah,
That's really good.
It has a good, it delays that little kick to it.
Yeah, that's really good though.
Yeah.
I like that. Got it at Safeway here, just right down the street. I think the total, like the all said and done after tax and stuff, it was like $38.99. It was on sale. Ticket price was $31.99. So then after the tax, I walked out $38.99.
Nice.
Originally, I want to say it was like 40 something.
How come?
But yeah, so
Affordable.
Very affordable, and a nice looking bottle too. I really like the top. I really like the cork in this. It's kind of got the old mushroom head. Mm-hmm. And you shut your mouth over there, you dirty little pervert. God damn. This fucking guy. I tell you what, you can't say anything without him immediately thinking about dicks. All right? You say any word, he goes to dicks. This is what he does.
Big veiny triumphant bastard.
Big veiny triumphant bastards. Hold strong helmet head. Name that movie.
What you just said?
Yeah.
Was that the team? No. Oh crap. South Park.
Nope.
No. Team America.
Nope. It's not animated or
Super bad.
No. Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, my brother.
I've only.
It's when he's going through all the lasers and he has to use his boner. He has to make himself pop a boner to turn the lasers off. Like, come on, helmet head. Anyway, enough talking about cocks. We just did a whole bourbon segment of cocks, Tim.
What's our rating on this?
Oh yeah, what is our rating?
I'm gonna give it 8.5.
Son of a bitch. Me too.
8.5.
I kind of mouthed it. I was trying to figure out how to show a half on my fingers, but I might have got the 8 up. I was going 8.5 too. I think it's, especially for the price too. Like it's really good for the price. And I mean, an 8.5 is a good score, right? Like we've had some that are down, 6s, 5s. I think we've had a couple that might even be 4, lower. Yeah. We've never dogged one though.
No.
Never straight up just been like, that's trash, throw it away.
It'd be fun to do one.
Yeah, it would be. But we did a little bit during the King of the Burbs tourney, but that was when we were comparing them to other ones.
Yeah, and that
just
was
outright
after
on their own.
Like,
none of them have just been terrible.
Yes.
But no, this is really good. It's really affordable. It's really, really good flavor. I feel like this would be a really good like introductory bourbon to someone who hasn't really drank it before, but that wants to start.
Where you're not going to start them off with the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you're not going to start them off with the bottom of the barrel, but you're also probably not going to start them off with like a old Fitzgerald or an MR16 or any of those, right? Like, because those are just like pricier bottles of. Well, I guess the old Fitzgerald, like you said, wasn't.
I mean,
too
it was
crazy,
still $70.
Yeah, right. This one's it's $35 to $50 somewhere in there, and. I could definitely see that being an easy one that someone that's like new into bourbon and wants to get into it, is like actually interested in it, could really sip on and enjoy. So
I'm
cheers
excited.
to that.
Cheers.
You're excited for what? Sorry, I kind of
excited for what cocktail you pick for this one.
Me too.
That brings us over to our socials. You can find us on Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok. We are at TripBPod. We are on Spotify, Apple, Amazon. We are the Triple B Podcast, Bourbon Belts and Blockbusters. And you can shoot us an email at triplebpod619@gmail.com. We'd love to get any feedback from you guys, any bourbon ideas, any movies you want us to discuss and or shows, and as well as wrestling topics.
All right, we're back with another episode, which means we're back with another fact check, and this week is my week. This week almost was a Timmy by himself week.
Yes,
but we had a last minute cancellation to a trip.
So I do got a couple of fact checks. If you didn't cover it, because I was prepping for this episode,
okay, sounds good.
But I only got two
a double
things.
Fact check. It's fact checkception.
I'm fact checking your fact check.
Shit. Now I'm nervous. I do have a few things on here, but really, most of them were just more or less things that we like discussed, but either didn't give full info on or just kind of like really just briefly graced over. I'm trying to think if there is really anything that was specifically a correction necessarily, or if it was just something that was like, whatever show that was or whatever year that was type of conversation.
Not
and
a
then
clarification.
More of a clarification.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything that was necessarily a actual, like, we said something wrong and is fixing it.
Gotcha.
Do you?
Nope.
Okay.
Just clarifications.
Okay. So let's see where we're at. First and foremost, started off with how long ago was it that the LWO won the number one contendership match to then challenge for the titles last Monday?
Yeah.
Like the Monday, the go home Raw to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And they won that match on the July 21st Raw, so that ended up being the week prior. So
Gotcha.
It was 2 Mondays before SummerSlam, the week before the go home show. Okay, so I had said, I said last week, or maybe it was the week before is what I had said when we were talking about that. It was what would have been last week.
Gotcha.
When we were talking about
it. Yeah.
It gets all confusing when we're doing this a week after, but then the show we're talking about was a week before that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
All right, so that was that. When was The Rock's last appearance?
Oh, yeah.
We discussed this. We did end up coming to the correct conclusion. The last time, from everything I could see, the last time we did see him was Elimination Chamber.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was everything that I found was the last time we saw him was Elimination Chamber when Cena turned heel, and then immediately after Cena turning heel, The Rock apparently stepped back because I guess he wasn't a huge he wanted the whole thing to go in another way. He wanted Cody to go heel and all this, and so he just kind of stepped back and he didn't want to step on the toes of Cena's.
Yeah.
I
think he could have made it better, though.
He potentially could. I think, knowing what we know now, I think, yes. I think I 100% agree with you.
At the time, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
At the time, I could see where, because the initial turn was so huge and everyone went fucking crazy for it. I mean, it was, you couldn't get on the internet without seeing something about it almost.
True, very true.
Right? So the moment was huge. So I think there was a point probably where he was right, where he was like, I don't want to step on the toes of this. This is a really big thing. Mm-hmm. We talked about it's arguably it's the biggest heel turn in the history of the business. Mm-hmm. But now when it then very quickly kind of fizzled out and turned into what it ended up turning into, and then they dropped it so abruptly right before SummerSlam, which I'm on board with. I think was the right move. It was perfect. But it just, that whole 5 months, and we'll get to it, obviously, but that whole 5 months it ended up not being, I don't think, what anybody thought it was going to be. Very reminiscent almost of the Stone Cold turn.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Stone Cold's was even more short-lived, though.
Yes and no, because he was a good guy, but then back to a bad guy for the invasion thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The invasion happened that year, so.
But still, we don't know what the actual reasoning behind it all was, but that's what I read. So
yeah.
In the belts, goddamn, I almost said Blockbusters. The belts question of the week last week, talking about the most kind of menacing, I guess, to sum it up, tag team. My answer was the Brothers of Destruction, and then I had just recently watched a clip of them tagging with the Hardys and entering, where they were just carrying the tag belts by just the tails. They're not carrying it with what seemed like pride or anything. It's just this is how it should be. And they're just this is us type of thing. It was just their entrance just felt really just shit, man. What a presence type thing. And I was I don't know what the show was. I don't know who they were wrestling, all that. So I looked it up. It was on an episode of Raw is War in 2001. They were teaming with the Hardys to take on the two-man power trip, which was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H, and Edge and Christian.
Oh, okay.
So it was an 8-man tag match. Those four versus those four.
Nice.
In talking about dinosaur franchises,
Okay.
because of the
Because of primitive wars. Primitive war.
Primitive War, yeah. That we watched, that we talked about last week during the Blockbuster section. I had brought up like Godzilla because I was like, there's a reason why we don't really have any other dinosaur franchises but Jurassic Park, and then I was like, unless you include Godzilla, but I don't really know what he's considered, and you were like, he's a monster.
Yeah.
So I was curious. I looked up, what is Godzilla considered? He's depicted as a giant prehistoric amphibious reptile. Specifically, he's often described as a kaiju, which is a Japanese term for a giant monster. Says his origins vary across different films, but he's frequently portrayed as a dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
So kind of both.
Kind of both.
Kind of both. I thought that was worth mentioning there. I also did look up to see about other dinosaur franchises.
There's not a lot.
There really isn't like in the same scope of what we were talking about as well. So I'm not looking at Land Before Time. I'm not looking at The Good Dinosaur or whatever, like those things. I was looking more for like that same scope of Jurassic Park, Primitive War, stuff like that. Jurassic City is really like the only thing that I found that seemed like it would have fit the same bill, and it came out in 2015. It was like an indie film festival type of movie. And I'm assuming there's probably a reason why we don't know what it is.
I'm pretty sure there's a movie out there called Velocipaster or something.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah, Velocipaster. That one's like on board with like Piranha 3D, like those types of movies. Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear is actually pretty good though. And then you also mentioned the movie 65.
Oh yeah.
With Adam Driver. And it was kind of one of those where it was like you said it super quick, and I wasn't sure, even listening back, if you were sure if that was the title of it or not. It is 65 is the title of it, so I was just kind of doing a little check on that. And then I had said that it's not, I wouldn't necessarily deem that like a dinosaur movie per se, but to a point it is, because his ship crash lands on this mysterious planet that he finds out is planet Earth 65 million years ago.
Oh, okay.
And that's the whole point of the title and everything. And him with this kid that he ends up finding there, they end up having to fight against dinosaurs and other Cretaceous era creatures.
Okay.
So not just dinosaurs, but dinosaurs are definitely involved, so I do think you could count it.
Okay.
Last two things I have here. When is the Toronto International Film Festival? It is, because that's the Eternal or Eternity. Eternity, I think was the name of it. That was the Miles Teller, Callum Turner, and Elizabeth Olsen vehicle that we discussed last week. And I'd said that I couldn't find an actual release date for it, but that it is premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival. And I said, I think it's in September. It is September. It runs from September 4th to September 14th.
Okay.
So just kind of clarify the dates of when that is. And finally, Jason Isaacs' Hook role. You had talked about Jason Isaacs as your like number one like villain actor. And you had talked about like the obvious roles that he has played, but then you had mentioned he played Hook in one of the Peter Pan movies, but we couldn't remember which one it was or whatever. It was the 2003 iteration of Peter Pan.
Oh, okay.
So, and that's what I got for the fact check.
Perfect. I just got 2 follow-ups.
Awesome.
The purpose of film festivals, you kind of talked about. You asked like what they are.
When I was writing that down about the date, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right. I need to do that," and I totally missed it. So awesome. I'm happy you covered it.
This is just from a quick Google search. So they act as a crucial space for networking, deal making, and discovering new talent within the film industry. So basically, what you said.
Yeah.
Furthermore, festivals can generate buzz around films, leading to increased visibility, potential distribution deals, and career advancements for filmmakers. So, I think we touched on that. At least about the network.
I definitely said that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like a place
where they like sell off
networks will like they'll all like bid And then that's like when you read things that like, oh, Netflix won the rights, to this. I think it's at those types of things. Not all the time necessarily, but I know those things do take place there. So awesome.
And then lastly, you brought up I talked about Lost Bus, and you weren't sure that we covered that with you on it. I checked back on, and we did talk about it on episode 54. And you were a part of that show. You put St. Clair as one of your movies. It was a Toasted or Trash episode. We did Heretic for that one. So
okay.
So
and was that one of like the actual main blockbuster points that you put on?
Yeah.
So there was a trailer already out.
There was like a teaser trailer for it. Yeah.
Totally still drawing a blank on this. I do not recall it at all, other than the trailer that I watched
and we had a full conversation.
That's crazy. Okay,
about the kids portion of it and everything.
Well, you remembered that correctly because you mentioned that last week. So.
Yep.
All right. We're back, Tim. We're fucking back.
Go Hawks!
Go Hawks, baby. Hot Talk is back officially. We will be running during the Belts talking point section.
Bourbon talking points.
Fuck me. I'm so excited about football, Tim. My brain's melting. Yeah, dude. So for the next essentially like 4 or 5 months, we're going to be covering, through the Super Bowl, we're going to be covering football talk. We're going to be covering primarily Hawk talk, but then when it gets into, postseason and the rest, depending on how the Hawks do, we're still going to cover it and talk about it. So we just, lucky enough, we didn't have to wait till next week to talk about this because they played on Thursday. They played 2 days ago. They're not playing today. We had the Seahawks' first preseason game at home against the Raiders with a returning Pete Carroll, Jamal Adams, and Geno Smith.
Yes, we did. This was like week 1 story material.
It was, dude. It really was. I like that they did it in preseason, though.
Yeah.
I really do. I like that they did it because then there's not anything really riding on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because like you get those games where like the year we traded Russ, week 1 was the Broncos in Seattle, right? And it's like, yeah, those things are cool, but also I feel like they're very distracting for both teams. And like, that's not what you want to be fucking dealing with in week 1.
I mean, if it's a wrestling show, you want that.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You do. But for football in week 1, like that's the type of shit that you want in like week 16.
Yeah. That's a lot of pressure.
Like when you kind of already know potentially what the layout of like postseason starting to shape up to look like.
Yeah.
And then you can add that in. Then it's just like, let's fucking go. But in week 1, it's like everyone's trying to figure their shit out.
Yeah.
So I'm happy it was in the preseason. And I mean, shit, dude. We had like very few, if any, actual potential or starters or anyone playing. This was a full for us, like letting the new guys really kind of just show out and make a statement for that, and then some position battle things. I know like the offensive line, I think for the most part primarily played at least part of it. Yeah. I think a good portion of them did. Other than that, though, I know like both Zach Charbonnet and K9 sat. Our top 3 receivers sat.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that Scantling didn't play, like because I've heard
MVS,
I've heard he's had a up and down training camp, so I figured he would be one that would be playing.
And so that was actually one of the points I kind of want to talk about here too, was how telling is that he didn't play, and in what way do you think it is telling, if you think it is?
I think it's not good for him.
Okay.
I don't think. But I read like an interview where McDonald's still pretty high on him, so I mean I could be totally wrong on that.
And it's one of those for me where I'm like it seems like it would be one of two things, right? You are, or I guess 4 of 2 things really, depending on how you want to look at it. It's we'll look at the main negative potential first. You either already are like, he's not probably going to make the team. We want to give these other guys an opportunity to show out. We know what he can do, and it's not that special, right? So that's one option.
Yeah.
Don't let him play because you know he's not going to make the team. There's that. don't let him play because you know he's going to make the team and you don't want to risk injury.
Yeah.
There's that too. Then you also have the don't let him play because you don't want him to get hurt because you're going to try to trade him.
That's a good
right.
Good point.
And then,
but then they also
there'd be one more option in there that I'm spacing on for myself. But
they did bring up a point that they're most likely only going to carry 5 receivers over to day one roster, so that could potentially be Cooper Kupp, JSN, MVS, and then they were just literally giving everyone behind those 3 that workout for game 1. So
yeah, and I think,
and that would make sense to me too.
To me,
you got
those 5. If MVS stays on the team, those 5 I think should be cut and clear.
Yeah, Horton and Ricky White.
Ooh, I'm going Bobo.
Oh,
I'm going Bobo.
Really?
Yeah, dude, Bobo.
Well, then MVS got to go because I want White and Horton to make the team, and Bobo's. That's a good call. I didn't.
But Ricky, I feel like Ricky White's a guy that could definitely. He could work out really well in the future, but could be a really good like practice squad guy this year. Mm-hmm. Where the rest of them,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah,
practice squad, couple of them might go somewhere else. If MVS does get traded, then for sure. But I just think Bobo has. No, he's not the fastest dude, but his route running is clean, and he has
big dude.
He's a big dude, and he has pretty sure hands, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about think about the last couple of years since he's been on the team now. Mm-hmm. There have been multiple moments where they go to him on 3rd down, and he catches that fucking ball.
Yeah.
You know. Now, I mean, obviously he's still young. It's early. He is nowhere near as productive, but in those moments, he reminds me of a Largent, of a Larry Fitzgerald, of a Doug Baldwin or a Tyler Lockett type guy where, no, they're not necessarily, well, Tyler and Doug Baldwin would take the roof off defenses, but he's probably not going to take the roof off a defense. But you throw it to him, there's a high percentage chance he's catching that ball. He's going to come down with it. And he's made some really, really impressive grabs. Yeah. So I am all aboard the Bobo freight train here as a fan. So I have been since the first time he caught a ball for us. I've been like, I love it.
Well, I mean that's a good call, and I think there's a reason Horn played a lot of this game is because they think highly of him, and a lot of great talk coming out of especially the training camp week.
He fucking balled out, too. You know,
they used him early and they were often, looking for him often. So,
and he had that fucking beautiful, like, threaded the needle. Drew Lock threaded the needle to him. He catches the ball, hits a beautiful spin move inside the 10 to go score. It was awesome. Like I've read a bunch of stuff out of training camp too that there's people that are saying like they wouldn't be surprised if he is our number 3. And if that's the case, then you are probably looking to trade MVS because you're not going to pay MVS what he's being paid to be the 4th string receiver, right? Like you're paying him what he's getting paid to what he should be that third receiver.
Yeah.
So if Horton can overtake that, then yeah, I think you ship MVS, go get a late draft pick back, and
I like the story of him too. Like he could have easily been a top 50 pick, but injuries derailed that, and so that just makes it the exciting storyline behind it, and just seeing him ball out in the first preseason game. Yeah. It's a fun little added wrinkle to it.
And 2, this is what JSN's 3rd year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now you have the potential of Horton and potentially Ricky White also that are both rookies. And if they both were to ball out, now you're looking at you have a 3 receiver core, understanding that Cooper Kupp's towards the end of his career. Same with MVS.
Yeah.
Now you have like a 3 receiver core that you could potentially build around that all have different,
strengths,
skills, skill sets. So, offensively, Drew Lock was moving the ball really nicely. You know, a couple errors here and there. That pick down on that first drive, which probably should have scored there. But I mean, we were moving the ball. There was nothing that they could do to stop us. Like we were. It was chunk play after chunk play. Like even the shorter plays were still going for like 5 to 6 yards of pop type thing. We were just moving the ball. It felt really good. The play calling felt nice, and that's not something we have experienced very much at all in the last like 5-6 years. Was what felt like good play calling, especially in week 1 of the preseason, right? Like you're like, oh, like this feels good. Like there is a rhythm here. There is a flow. There's point and emphasis to what they're doing. Yeah. Our offensive line looked fucking great.
Yep.
They were bullying people up front, and
the Raiders had a lot of starters.
Max
going.
Crosby was out there on the
Jamal
fucking field,
Adams
dude. Yeah, like
going.
they're all out there. So not necessarily all of them, but you know what I mean. Like they didn't sit a ton of people. I mean, Gino came out for the first first series, right, or maybe first 2 series even. I think it was just the first series, but because then Aiden O'Connell took over like the rest of the game.
And then Miller came in.
Yeah,
I didn't even
towards the end.
I didn't even see that transition. I was like, man, Aiden is taking over the whole game.
Yeah, I mean he played like
a good,
almost the entire first quarter, the whole second quarter. I want to say he played most of, if not the whole third too.
I think it was deep into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, deep into the fourth, and then the other guy came out. So, I mean they were, but that kind of makes sense too, right? You have Pete Carroll's new head coach there. They got a bunch of new coaching staff members. They got a bunch of new people.
Kelly.
They gotta see what their dudes can do. They only have 3 preseason games to do that, right?
Yeah.
Where us, like
a lot of ours
for
are
the
returning.
most part, the majority of our coaching staff is back outside of the offensive turnover.
Yeah.
But I think they also are like, we don't need K9 to play. We don't need Charbonnet to play. We don't need those top 3 receivers to play, right? Like those 3 guys are all known names in the league now. Like, you know what they can do. They don't need to play in this game. But I think that's why, like I said, most of our offensive line, if not all of them, played. Those that aren't hurt.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of competition and position, competitions going on the line. We were running the ball nicely.
Holani, man.
Yeah, Holani, dude.
I was thinking about the running back room, and I was like, obviously Sharps and K9 are making it. I'm excited about Martinez, but Holani balled out. Really?
I don't think Martinez makes the team after that game.
What about
Holani balled out, like straight up balled out.
Isn't McIntosh injured?
Yeah, they're only going to keep 3 running backs on the.
You think so?
I would be surprised if they keep 4.
With our K9's injury prone. I would almost want.
Well, I know, but then you have Zach Charbonnet and you have George Holani.
Yeah.
If more often than not in the NFL, a 4th running back is a healthy scratch every week.
Gotcha.
So that's a waste of a roster spot, right? Mm-hmm. That's when you have practice squad guys where if somebody goes down, then you pull somebody up for the practice squad type of thing. So that's where I think I don't know that they keep 4. We have almost never kept 4 running backs. We didn't keep 4 on the active roster last year either. It was K9, Zach, and Kenny. Yeah. Right. So and then when K9 did get hurt,
we're going to keep
last year,
most likely keep the fullback too. So
we're definitely keeping a fullback because that's
part of Kubiak's
the whole scheme is having it's tight ends and fullbacks are very involved. So that's definitely. I will be shocked if we don't keep a fullback. Yeah, but all in all, and then talking defensive side, defense looked pretty damn good to start the game. I mean, they had 3 points through. I think it was 13-3 at half. Yeah, and then it was, or is it 16-6 at half?
I think it was 16-6.
Something.
Yeah.
And then. Obviously, as we started getting down into the depths of our depth chart, right? Yeah. Then they started being able to put some stuff up, and we ended up in a tie, 23-23 to end the game with a beautifully blocked kick.
Yeah, that was
to end the game. That was dope because I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna lose, but whatever. It's preseason, it doesn't matter. And then we blocked the fucking kick, and I was like, no fucking way, let's go. I've never been so happy to tie a football game before, but it was just, I felt like it was fitting.
Yeah.
It was like Pete Carroll's return to CenturyLink. It's preseason. Geno Smith's back. He actually played.
Yeah.
And we tie. Fuck
Yeah.
it. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it felt like Pete Carroll was going for the win too. So
Like he wanted it.
He
He
wanted
wanted
it. Yeah,
it.
he
Of course.
did.
Even though it was
the
preseason,
look on his
it
face
doesn't
when
mean
that didn't
anything.
go through.
You could tell McDonald wanted to win that game.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like, even though it's preseason, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything for us as fans.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean anything in season record or postseason seeding or anything until maybe you get down to like 7 or 8 tiebreakers when it comes to seeding for stuff, which like almost never happens. I don't even know if they use the postseason, but it's just like for them though it matters.
Yeah, true.
It's a football game. They're out there playing. They're guys. Your guys are risking injury to play in these games.
Yeah.
You want to go fucking win. That's morale boost, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was a fun game. Just I'm not disappointed in it, but I almost wanted a recreation of the Russell Wilson effect, but with Milroe, Jalen, and it wasn't. There was some good moments with him.
He definitely had some shining, very bright moments. The
boy
dude's
can
legs
run.
are. I mean, it's
Fast.
everything Russell Wilson wished he could have been. Like I'm talking, this is Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson type of speed with his legs.
Yeah, he is quick.
Which is nice.
So I kind of wanted to see that magic, but
And
I
the
was like,
competition at the quarterback room this year is significantly more than it was when we drafted Russ.
yeah,
Like we had fucking Tavares Jackson, rest in peace, and fucking Matt Flynn.
yeah,
Where like
that's true.
Drew Lock is the Tavares Jackson here, and Matt Flynn was the Sam Darnold here.
Yeah,
And Sam Darnold is much better than Matt Flynn was.
yeah,
And Drew Lock is better than Tavares Jackson.
Yeah.
So I think Jalen Milroe has a higher ladder to climb to try to get to the top
For
of this
sure.
mountain here. But I mean, who knows, man? He did look good. I liked what I saw. Didn't see a lot of like errors. Like he wasn't making like terrible decisions. He probably ate 1 or 2 sacks that he didn't need to eat. Sounds really bad, but and there was once or twice where it was like he looked at his first option wasn't there and he felt pressure. You could tell he got a little flustered and he just threw the ball away when, most experienced quarterbacks are going to flush out. They're going to check down. They're going to try to make something happen and then throw it away when it's last ditch effort.
Yeah.
But I would rather you throw the ball away than take a sack.
True.
So, it like there's a fine line to walk there. One of the things that I was disappointed with in this game was, and I hope this is just a situational thing, being the fact that Jalen Milroe was in at quarterback here, but I abso-fucking-lutely hate going for it in short yardage situations, 4th and inches, and coming out in shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah,
And I was like,
you talked about that a lot last season.
Yeah. I was like, offense staying out on the field, let's go. And then I literally said this out loud. I said, just don't come out in shotgun. And then the camera pans wide, and I was like, fuck! Why are we in shotgun?
Yeah.
This is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I hate being in shotgun. Like, it's short yardage situation. You are an offensive coordinator whose primary scheme is to use a fullback. You have a very, very fast and mobile quarterback. You have a fullback in the game, or at least that was playing earlier in the game,
Yeah.
that could easily come in and pick up short yards. And Helani or Wright or Tyus, any of those running backs were picking up yardage.
Go with them.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And then you come out and you run some fucking... There wasn't even a run fake. That's the annoying part to me. It was just he caught it and it was immediately a roll, like a sprint out, attempt pass. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Like that's the type of fucking Shane Waldron and Ryan Grubb bullshit that I fucking could not stand. So
Yeah.
hopefully with our starting offense that wouldn't be the case,
Yeah.
and they would run something else, and maybe it was just situational. They're like, hey, let's see if this could work with Jalen.
Yeah.
You know, it's a preseason game. Why not? This is when you test things out, which is. So hopefully that's what it was, and it's nothing to be too worried about. But
Perfect. Yeah. I'm just excited.
me too.
Hawks
man.
are back.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell. We're stoked. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Very excited for. That brings us over to belts. Nice.
Nice.
My buddy Timmy, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm going to talk about Raw this week.
Yes, you are.
Honestly, there was not a lot to talk about on Raw. I think this is probably the least amount of talking points I've had for a show while taking notes. I got my 4 things, but it was like, wow, I really don't got a lot to pick a lot. And it felt like I don't know, you could go one of 2 ways. Post a PLE, it's either really big or it's like a throw it, meh.
Yeah.
So this one felt more like meh.
Yeah.
This week felt meh to me. But Rusev, Sheamus, match number 3 ends in a no contest. Very recycled storytelling here going, especially in the past year. We had Carmelo Hayes, Andrade do this. They did it beautifully.
Yeah.
That felt good.
Yes.
We had it happen a lot with Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Going
Bronson
at
Reed and Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, and he was doing it with Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
You know, it was Bronson Reed did it a lot.
Yeah.
And so it felt very recycled, and
We've kind of had it with Becky and Lyra.
to an extent, yeah. And so it's just like it was fun for Carmelo and Andrade. It was fun the first time with Bronson Reed, but let's not go right to the well again, like especially so close to when all that stuff happened. I mean, even the backstage brawl, like that, like it was more. These guys are supposed to be in a fierce thing, and it just felt more comedy in the background, like it popping up.
I agree.
And then it even happened on NXT. They did it with Nia and Lash Legend, and they're feuding on and did the exact same thing. Yeah. Oh, thank God. And I'm just like, okay, like, we're recycling, but then we're going to use it across multiple shows with different people, and I'm just like, come on, just.
Yeah.
I was excited for this feud in a way. They are putting on good matches, but I'm done with the like just so quickly recycling these things. Next up, where do you think the El Grande Americano thing is going? Because now we got
a triple shot.
We got knockoff El Grande Americanos going. We got trio.
Yeah, this is a
and then
16-ounce Americano. Now, this is 3 shots.
We got a 4th one out, currently, who may or may not be Gable. Like, are they working with him, or is the knockoffs like creating a stable? What is good? What do you think is going on with it?
I have absolutely no idea, because you can tell American Made's like, what is going on too? Like, what the hell is happening? Who was the 3rd one that came out this week?
I have no clue, but I feel like it's Tyler Bate, who was partners with Pete Dunne.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it was him, but could be wrong. I could not tell from this one. It was so quick when you saw him.
Fast, and it was like primarily the camera was kind of more to his side and back.
Yeah,
right, because of the side of the ring he was on. So yeah, I have no idea.
But I know there's like the AAA titles coming up on the line. I know Dirty Dom's in it, and so is Ludwig's El Grande Americano. It's like a fatal 4-way. And so I'm just curious how this is all going to play out with what they're doing with it.
Yeah,
because I have no idea.
I guess it really depends on like how actually injured is Chad Gable, and like how long is he supposed to be out for?
Yeah.
You know, because like that's really all that's really is like going. I feel like going to be the driving determinating factor here is when does Gable come back and either be like, this was my master plan the whole time, took a bunch of took a bunch of white dudes and took over lucha wrestling. Or he's going to come back and be like, what the hell is this? And it's going to be like American made. It's going to be like the Creed brothers and Chad Gable versus the other three or something. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
So,
I'm curious. It got my interest, and it's more of a comedy thing going on, but I'm here for it, and I want to know where it's going.
Yeah.
Becky's burn got a holy shit chant.
I fucking loved it.
The whole promo was good. I'll even give flowers to Bella. Like it was good, and
you're not going to catch me doing that.
No, I don't. I didn't think so. I didn't think so, but
she's terrible. Always has been. Always will be. It's a pointless fucking thing. I don't understand what they're doing. Why is she back? It makes me sad every time her music hits. It's like the most depressing fucking entrance. It's so annoying. I hate it. So
tell us how you really feel.
This has made me so happy when Becky just absolutely fucking destroyed that. I was just like, let's go. That was hilarious. It was so good. And the whole lean into like you don't talk about me and my hot husband.
Yeah.
Like, just Becky's whole fucking character right now is like I think it's probably the second best character she's ever had.
Oh, for sure.
Her initial iteration of the man was the best thing she's ever done, because that was literally the closest to 1999 Stone Cold that we've ever had.
Yeah, 100%.
Since that, and then this now is just phenomenal, and partnering it with Seth's character right now too, it's just too fucking good.
That's why she needs to be part of their group.
I know.
It would work
when he
so
talked
well
about her too, I was like, could this be it? And it still hasn't happened.
No.
Why? She just needs to join them.
Yeah.
It would be fucking.
It would be
so good.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe when she goes back for the world heavyweight title.
Maybe. Yeah.
That would be awesome. The power couple up at top. But no, the burn was awesome. It's been a long time. I mean, you kind of had it with Cena doing the CM Punk pipe bomb. That was like a holy shit moment, but I can't think of when a woman promo got a holy shit chant from the crowd. So it was well done. And she also even digged into her era of women's wrestling too, which I know you've talked about and everything. And I wonder, like, obviously everything's on the table, but like, how does Nikki feel about it? Like, do they sign off on this? Like, do they talk about how it's gonna go and stuff? But it was a well done segment. I really liked it, and obviously it looks like we're gonna get a Becky versus Bella. I'm okay as long as Becky comes out on top, because you need some big.
If they put a title on Nikki Bella, oh my god,
it'd be as worse as Goldberg winning the title.
I would have rathered Goldberg win the fucking title. And I said I would have quit the show.
But I'm just saying, this is a good time for Becky to rack up some heel wins and be full on heel.
Full on heel. Use like the dirtiest tactics in the game to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was that. And lastly, I got to talk about Seth and the Seth Riders. Like, they opened the show as our new world champion. I really liked Paul Heyman's. He crashed the wedding, stole the honeymoon, and she was good. It was a little dirty from Paul, but I really liked that line.
Love it.
But we got LA Knight in the mix of things. And that whole thing was exciting. Even Adam Pearce coming out and just kind of feeding into everything. He was like
the whole you had your medical team lie to my medical team for weeks.
He was like fired up, and I was buying into it. Like I was like, that was the best Adam Pearce on TV.
Yeah, it was awesome.
For me at least. And so I thought it was a great opening segment. We get to hear about the vision, the power trip that they're going to be on, and then LA Knight's like, I was the last to beat you, and I'm going to be the next to beat you. And it's just his potential and his main event level should not be questioned. The crowd loves him. Absolutely. He can go toe-to-toe with anyone on the mic, in the ring. So I'm really excited for that. That said, I got a new pet peeve, and it's more in the kayfabe pet peeve of things, but why is CM Punk interfering towards the end of this match? If you have a problem with Seth, why didn't you attack him at the beginning of the show?
Yeah.
Why are you not attacking him at the beginning of the match? Why does it have to be at the expense of LA Knight? What does it do?
The whole point of you being angry is the fact that he just stole the title from you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to cost him the title
Yeah.
than to interfere and attack him to help him keep the title?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And it's been happening a lot. It happened with Lyra and Bailey and Becky and that match. It's happening so often.
It happened almost every. It has happened almost every tag team title match on SmackDown that we've had over the last 3 months.
Yeah, and it's just I don't get where there's any
no
more
logic.
payoff coming at the end of the match versus beginning versus a promo or anything, and I just hate it. I really hate it.
But again, like the logic makes no sense because you don't like them.
Yeah,
You want to attack them because you want to hurt them, but the thing that would hurt them the most is costing them the championship. So why are you attacking them and helping them maintain and retain the championship? That is the thing that makes no sense the most, I think.
So does this lead to a triple threat match? Is that what it's lining up to?
Punk, Knight, and
Seth? I mean,
I don't know, because then you got Roman Reigns coming out here too.
but he got
Like,
beat up so he can be off screen again.
I know, it's fucking
Till Survivor Series, I'm sure.
like, if that's the case, then have him lose at SummerSlam and get his shit rocked. Then what do we?
I mean, I was a little shocked to see him on Raw.
Why
though.
have him show up for 3 minutes and just get his ass beat to be gone for another month?
Yeah.
Month and a half. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. Makes no sense, Tim.
It makes no sense. I'm tired.
Come on, Paul.
Tired of these no finishes, and it's always coming at the end of the match. So
And good matches too.
very good matches.
Good matches.
So
Stephanie and Io. It's happened twice.
don't even get me started on that.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that.
Fucking
Ryan, take us over to SmackDown. What do you got going
Well,
on?
now you got me mad. So I don't even want to talk. Just kidding. I'm talking SmackDown. Kind of the same. There wasn't. It was a moderately lackluster show.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a ton. What there was fairly predictable.
Can I just say one thing I was kind of upset about? I don't think you'll have it as a talking point, but
Okay.
Cody is a new champion. He didn't talk about winning the championship at all. Like, I was like, come on, man. You just won it from Cena in a banger of a match.
Yeah.
And you don't even talk about the title. So I didn't like
And
that.
Immediately gets put into a tag match,
Yeah.
which is our favorite. Our main champions being in tag
Yeah.
matches so often. So let me start with this. Love that Cena's officially back in classic Cena style.
Yeah.
All right. The heel turn was cool when it happened. Then we already talked about it. It kind of ran its course, and it was for lack of a better term, boring. And not done very well, and or booked very well, I guess is probably the better way to put that. So the fact that they were able to abruptly do it, like literally just kind of drop a bombshell, all of a sudden he's back the night before SummerSlam, we were like, what the fuck? But everything is worked out and it's paid off.
100%. Yes.
It's like full blown. He's back. The crowd reaction that he got starting the show was bonkers.
What a perfect crowd too.
Probably like this. It felt like it was like the biggest pop that we have gotten in a long time for somebody.
Yeah.
He like stood there for a couple minutes in the ring, like he couldn't talk because they were so loud. You know, like that was cool. I really enjoyed seeing that. I didn't hear like any John Cena sucks to his music or anything, which was cool.
Yeah.
Because even when he's always been a heel, that has been going on for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
You know, half the crowd's chanting, John Cena sucks. After the show that he put on in the match against Cody at SummerSlam, I doubt we're going to be hearing any "you can't wrestle" chants, because that was a fucking clinic that him and Cody put on. It was absolutely beautiful. So that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed his promo. The Brock Lesnar call out, like just everything, and it felt vintage Cena.
I was gonna say,
felt he's riled up. He starts calm. He gets yelling. He's got that kind of growl tone going on towards the end. Vintage Cena, felt classic. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. The rest of what happened was I could have done without. Why are we getting on John Cena's retirement tour? And I know it's because John Cena is trying to like help prop up the future, but why are we getting John Cena versus Logan Paul?
Yeah.
That's match. Nobody wants to actually fucking see this. It, like, what the fuck? What are we doing? It's annoying to me. And this is actually going to take me to this next talking point.
Well, just let me get my licks in. I agree. I agree with you. I thought what a great crowd to go to post SummerSlam in Montreal. So that was awesome. But yeah, I agree 100% with you. The whole vintage Cena feel was great. It was just like any of his old promos where love him or hate him, he got you riled up to buy into whatever storyline feud he was going into. There was not like like maybe you were tired of seeing him champion, but the story behind the match was good and you were excited for that.
Yeah.
And that's what this felt like. Was I hoping how it was going to play out was just Logan Paul versus John Cena happens at SmackDown, and then Brock Lesnar goes on the attack post match or before whatever.
Yeah.
That's where I was hoping it was going, and then it quickly turned into the tag team, which I was like, fuck.
But then we get him at Clash in Paris, and it's just like, oh my god, like.
And then with
they're trying to push Logan as if he's like a bigger draw than he actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, the Logan is literally the person you put in a main event one-on-one match with Cena on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Not do a 3-week build to fucking PLE.
Yeah.
Like he's not that dude.
And with his how few dates he has left, that's like, and we're giving it to Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing is it's starting to hit me now.
We only get 11.
Yeah. And
it didn't feel like it was that impactful of a time frame when he was heel.
Yeah.
It just didn't like, okay, here's another one. Here's another one. But now that he's back, you're like, oh fuck, well this is only like after last night we have 11 more opportunities to see John Cena like this in classic.
Yeah. And then how many wrestlers have you got to say, I watched him come in and I'm watching him go out?
Yeah.
And that list is pretty small, at least for us. Like when we started watching.
You don't know you're watching them go out.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you don't know that time was the last time you were going to see them wrestle.
Yeah.
Right, like when Edge initially retired. Like we didn't know that at the time that was going to be his last match.
Yeah.
KO potentially. Like you don't know what the outlook on him really is right now. It's a neck thing, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many things, right? But with Cena, it's like we know when his last date is.
Yeah.
He has it scheduled.
Yeah.
Like,
and so
it's planned. It's in December of this year.
So last night when he came out, it started hitting me a little harder than what it has been. So that was it.
You mentioned it, but that is my next point is where the fuck was Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
How do you have this happen to close out SummerSlam and then Cena start the show off the way he did and then end up in a fucking main event tag team match and there's not a fucking sign of Brock?
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? What is this booking? What is happening?
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense. He shows up for one day and then we're not going to see anything from him for at least 2 weeks.
probably till Clash, I'm assuming.
That doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense.
It doesn't. It 100% doesn't.
That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So, like, you go from the attack after the main event of SummerSlam to now all of a sudden Cena's in a angle with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Like, how in any way, shape, or form does that feel rewarding to the fan base?
And I don't like it either because he teamed up with Logan. Whether it was a heel thing or any, you kind of gave him kudos, and now you're in a match with him. Like, I'm not a big fan of it at all.
It's just the whole thing is annoying. Bringing me to my next one.
Uh-oh.
Wondering where people are at. And I know I've said, like, I'm over the whole Bloodline thing and I'm over the whole MTF thing and all that shit. But with the IC match at SummerSlam ending the way it did, where the fuck's Jacob at?
Yeah.
He literally ended the night standing tall, though he didn't win the title, but he still was towering over JC Mateo and fucking Tonga Loa. Mm-hmm. And then all this happened. Jacob's out there, Solo's out there fucking doing his shit. Where the fuck's Jacob at? Mm-hmm. Where's Jimmy? What are we doing? Where are these people? It makes no fucking sense.
Agreed.
You can't drag this fucking storyline on way too fucking far, do a match that doesn't finish it, and then just end it. Like, yeah, I'm over it, but still, we need some form of actual conclusion to this.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense.
It's fun to see Sami Zayn get a win. But again,
that was cool.
This just proves, I talked about it a few episodes ago. Why is Solo taking losses left and right as U.S. champion, but then on the shows, the PLEs, when you want him to lose, he gets a win?
Yeah.
It makes no fucking sense.
It doesn't. it really doesn't. If anything, for a part of it, I totally misheard. I thought that match against Sami Zayn was for the IC
I thought
title.
it too. I got so excited.
So when he rolled him up and got the win, I was like, did Sami just win the US? And I was like, oh fuck, that was a non-title match. Then what the fuck was the point of it even?
Why was I rooting so fucking hard?
I was like, God damn it, man.
It was a fun match though.
Yeah. All right, my final talking point. I am still absolutely in love with the whole Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair angle that they have going on with the whole We're Not Friends, Royal Bliss, like the whole birthday party / tag titles ceremony segment.
We got Charlie.
I loved. Yep, we got the two dolls. I really enjoyed the "you may hug the queen" thing. Like, that's that whole. And then Alexa's like, as she says it again, then she kind of gets giddy and starts inching closer. Like, this is not in any way, shape, or form ever what I would have expected to see or be something that I enjoyed, but I fucking love this.
Yeah.
I've said it before. I think this is the best thing that they could have done right now with these two.
Yeah.
And it's huge because this is 100% like Charlotte Flair is now so over with the fans.
Yeah.
Right. And where it was literally like, you thought she might, there were days where it was like during the Tiffany Stratton angle where it was like, Charlotte may not come to work again because the fans hate her so fucking much. And it was like real. It wasn't like them booing Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah.
This was like an actual like fucking hatred type of booing and just like, you fucking suck. No one likes you. Go back away because wrestling has been great without you type of feel, right? But now that it's the tag angle, she's not like the face of the company for the women's division now.
100%.
It's new, it's refreshing, it feels raw, it feels good.
Yeah.
And
I think the closest thing you can compare this to is Rock and Sock Connection, which was fantastic as well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of got those vibes, but in a way, but it's still really fresh. Yeah. I'm loving it as well.
And to top it off, then to have their interaction end last night with Chelsea Green and the Secret Service, which is arguably the next best like women's stories going on, involve them, was absolute gold. I thought it was phenomenal. The match between Charlotte and Chelsea Green was great. I I've been watching WWE Unreal. I don't know if you've started it yet or not.
Not yet.
But there's just one part, and it's kind of it's not like a really big part of it necessarily. It's a decent part of one specific episode, but I'm just talking about one quote where they kind of focus on Chelsea, and she is just talking about how like she pretty much says like she's made a lot of money taking losses, and she's like, you need someone to go out there and take the L's. I'll be that person because that means I'm getting booked. And that means like she's kind of that workhorse in that way, right? And where she's like, it's
kind of like the Ziggler of the women's
and she's
division.
like, I'll go out and make a fool of myself. You want me to, get thrown into a dumpster? You want me to dump this or that on me? Like whatever. Like I'll go out and make a fool of myself. Like I'm fine with that. And this then like me watching that earlier this week, and then this match where she gets her own finisher hit on her straight onto the birthday cake, like, and she's just covered in cake, like, and she's the perfect character for that, and the fact that it's like she's just like so willing to do it, just like Chelsea Green's one of my favorite, and it's so this whole thing was, I just loved it from start to finish. It just, I thought it was awesome.
I agree. I you covered everything about it. It's just fresh. It feels good, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm here for the ride on that.
Banger of the week. Tim, what you got? What you got for the banger?
It's too early to probably talk about this, and I might be jinxing it, so I'm going to knock on wood. But they are finally giving the women's tag team titles some legs to walk on. If we just talked about it, it feels good what they're doing with it. They're keeping it in storyline. They're starting to put in contenders with the Kabuki Warriors, like we were talking about, teaming up with AJ Styles, like planting those seeds. Secret Harvest now, but keeping this dynamic going between Alexa and Charlotte is just, it's all fresh. It's putting the tag title. They've been a prominent point on both shows as of late, and it's felt really good. And I'm just hoping that they keep that going on with it because it feels really good. So that was my banger.
Awesome. Sticking in the same type of vein here, I'm also going with the women's division, and I'm going Becky Lynch's
the burn
whole promo, but specifically the burn.
That was really close.
It was too fucking good, man. It just felt so great.
It was so good. It was really, really good.
It was awesome.
Belts question of the week. Now I'm gonna just preface this. Very similar questions between the two segments today. They're in the same vein, but I want you to pick your favorite wrestler that won a championship. It could be any title during your birthday month. What was the match they won, and what was the title? And it can only be from the year you were born to present.
Yes. And mine is... it's a little closer to my actual birth year than it's now. I was like, this might be like right in the middle. It's a little closer. I'm going September 17th, 2006.
Okay.
It's at a PLE. Can you guess what PLE it is?
September, so is that Unforgiven?
It is Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Unforgiven. September 17th, 2006 for the WWE Championship. Do you recall the match?
This would have been a year after I graduated. Is Jeff Hardy involved?
Jeff Hardy is not involved in this.
Unforgiven. No, I don't recall.
Somebody who has worked very, very closely with Jeff Hardy is involved in this, though.
Edge?
Yep.
Okay.
Edge was the champion.
John Cena? Was this the TLC?
Yep. Yep. John Cena winning the title from Edge in the TLC match at Unforgiven in 2006 was fucking insane. I mean, this was the F you off the ladder through the multi-tables. It was just like the match was insane. So
It was one of the coolest, like, pull the title down,
Yeah.
like, reactions, I thought,
Yes.
from Cena.
yeah, absolutely. And yeah, that's the one I had to go with.
Yeah.
That was just such a big moment, so memorable. I mean, you talk about Cena's retirement tour, you talk about Cena's history and his feuds, like his feuds with Edge are, top of the fucking chart there. And when you think of those feuds, like that match tends to be one of the ones that are like right there at the top. So
That's a good one,
Yeah.
too. I'm really
What about
bummed that he's still with AEW. Like,
I know,
it
dude.
doesn't feel complete without an Edge feud
I know.
before Cena's retirement. And I'm sure if Edge knew, that probably would have derailed any AEW signing.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it probably would have.
Because I think Edge not owes a lot, but if it's not for Cena, would Edge be as big
The
as he got?
singles wrestler that he became?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah. All right. So for the one I got, and I had this a lot easier than you because my birthday month is April and WrestleMania falls into that, and that's
Yeah.
where the biggest title changes happen, I feel like. So,
Typically, yeah. That or SummerSlam, probably.
but I do have a random runner-up,
Okay.
and the only reason I didn't include it is because it doesn't fall into the history as an official title run. But Chris Jericho versus Triple H on a Monday Night Raw, Jericho wins the title. And the crowd went crazy, went nuts. But this was like when Triple H was just in the McMahon-Helmsley faction going on, and the ref counted quickly, and they turned that title around. But just the crowd's reaction to how big that was, winning it on a Monday Night Raw, was huge. So that was my runner-up. My official one is Daniel Bryan winning the World Heavyweight title at WrestleMania 30 of 2014.
We've talked about this so many times that it's going to be a very similar thing when Sami Zayn finally wins.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's going to be a very similar feel.
It was just during that time of wrestling, I mean, for years, there was just not a lot of big storylines going on. But this one felt organic because the crowd was really getting behind Daniel Bryan. And WWE may have played a part in it, but I felt like the crowd played an even bigger part into it. Similar to Kofi Mania. It was just like, it was such a big moment. And then he had to wrestle Triple H to get added into that title match. It was just a big moment.
Yeah.
And so that is my favorite
That's a good one. That's a
title
really good one.
title win during my birthday month.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of big ones.
There's a lot of big ones during April, for sure. Bringing us on over to Blockbusters. That might have been the most crisp one we've ever had. That was perfect. All right, moving on to our movies. We got a handful of movies here to talk about today. First one up, I put this on here. It is called Do Not Enter. The synopsis is: the trailer follows the story of a group of urban explorers heading to the abandoned Paragon Hotel in search of $300 million that is rumored to have been hidden by a gangster. However, they find rival groups and supernatural forces once inside the hotel. The cast of this is Adeline Rudolph, Nicholas Hamilton, Francesca Reel, Jake Manley, Lauren Sofarin, something like that, Kai Castor, Shane Paul McGee, Brennan Keel Cook, and Kat Shank. There is no actual release date or info for this yet. So, but they put the trailer and the synopsis and the cast out, and I thought that was good enough to throw on here.
I think so.
So, don't have any release info yet for it. But what'd you think of the trailer?
I thought it was an awesome idea. Like, it's got like just a horror feel to it.
Yeah.
I know they mentioned it, but it was like people behind Blair Witch, and it had those kind of vibes going on with it. And
It's like Blair Witch meets Rat Race.
yeah, yes. 100%. Yeah, that's a great comparison.
That's a weird comparison.
Yeah, but
that's kind
that
of what it
fits
is.
what
Yeah.
this trailer is, and I'm really excited. It feels like a fresh idea. Like we've been saying that a lot, and
Which
that's
is cool.
Which is a good
It's
thing.
really nice.
It's a good thing, and so I'm
After like 5 years of just pure reboots and remakes and sequels and prequels and franchiquels and whatever the fuck.
But yeah, no, the trailer looks awesome for this. I don't. There's not one thing that like sticks out, but I'm just excited for it. So
Same, yeah. I thought it was an interesting thing that I hadn't heard anything of before, and I just watched the trailer. I was like, that looks interesting. I'm gonna throw that on here.
which is great. Like
It's
usually,
like something that we would definitely like. So
for sure. And I didn't see anything until you posted this. Like usually when we have topics on here, it's like, I came
I've read
across
about
this
Yeah,
or something.
I hadn't about this.
Yeah.
Either, so Jay Kelly. Next one up. The synopsis for this is the Jay Kelly teaser trailer sees George Clooney play the titular character, who is a famous movie actor, while Adam Sandler plays his devoted manager, Ron. Together, the two of them embark on a whirlwind and unexpectedly profound journey as they travel across Europe. Along the way, both men are forced to confront the choices they've made, the relationships with their loved ones, and the legacies they'll leave behind. The cast, again, is George Clooney and Adam Sandler, along with Lauren Dern. And the release date will be December 5th of this year, and it will be out on Netflix.
Super pumped about this one. I'm excited to see Adam Sandler and George Clooney together. That's just a duo I didn't think I'd see on screen, and here we are.
And especially at like this point in their careers.
Yeah.
Right? Like I just feel like if you would have seen them on screen, it would have been like back in the day.
Yeah.
You know. Now at this point in their careers, it's I think I'm even more excited about it.
Yeah.
And I saw a cool quote from George Clooney talking about working with Adam Sandler for the first time. And the quote was, "He is not just a great comedian." Mm-hmm. And it was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because Adam Sandler's been putting out a lot of shit over the last few years. And some of them have been really like unexpected bangers. Like Uncut Gems was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just like he isn't just a comedian. He isn't just a comedic actor. The dude is an actor. He has acting chops, and so I'm excited to see this.
Yeah. Same. It's just like I said initially, I'm just really excited to see those two together and see how their dynamic comes across. It already looks great. Kind of gives like maybe not vibes of it, but like Funny People with Adam Sandler and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Where it looks serious, but also has comedy chops to it, and that's what this feels like. So excited for that one. Adulthood. I got this one on here. Synopsis. When siblings Megan and Noah uncover a long-buried corpse in their parents' basement, they stumble into a wildly escalating spiral of crime, cover-ups, and murder. The deeper they dig, the harder it becomes to escape. Cast is Josh Gad, Kaya Scudero, Billy Lord, Alex Winter, Anthony Kerrigan. Release date is we're getting a limited release out in theaters on September 19th of this year, and then it's going on to video on demand, and I am assuming Paramount Plus just because it's a Paramount movie on September 23rd.
All right. Hell yeah. Dude, the trailer for this looks fucking awesome. It looks funny. I love Josh Gad.
I do too.
And just like so many of the just little one-liner type things in this trailer were just so good. What are we, the League of Shadows?
And the arrow comes through the door.
I think again this feels like I can't think of anything where I've necessarily seen something like that. I mean, there are things that have, I guess, somewhat similar concepts to a point, but
Like a trope, per se.
But this feels like it's in its own type of lane as well at the same time. So I don't know. It looks funny. It looks good. It looks like they get, like it says, the deeper they dig, the harder it becomes to escape, right? Because they end up, it feels to a point kind of like that Nick Kroll movie that we covered.
Oh yeah.
Where him and that they're like on a getaway, and then
Yeah.
they end up accidentally killing the one lady, and then it just kind of spirals out of control.
Yeah.
Right. But this one is they're trying to cover up the fact that it seems like their parents killed somebody.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to cover that up, and it just leads to chaos.
More and more. I agree. It felt fresh, but like it's following a certain trope, and I like that. I like that it's just. I like these comedies where it's just like the good guys are just digging themselves deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's just like, oh, this can't get tied back to us. And then the next scene is, hey, did you know a dead corpse came up? And then later
There's
on,
no way this can come back on. Hey, did you guys know a body was found? What? A body? What?
And then later on, it's like 3 bodies are tied to you, and you're just like, what? And it's just, and I like that it's not like a love interest. These are siblings working together, so it's just going to be a lot of fun, I think. So
same.
Super excited about that.
Great. I also want to point out on that too. It was like the nerdy brother, hot sister kind of interaction, right? 'Cause he's like, man, you know how many hours of PlayStation I played on that couch? She's like, I lost my virginity on that couch. And it's just like, it feels very like he's what are we, the League of Shadows? Like, it's just like he had very more nerdy kind of moments, right? And then she seems like she might have been that more potentially popular preppy girl in high school or something like that. So
100%.
just a cool brother sister dynamic that will make for good comedy. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Which brings us to Fred.
Hell yeah. Follow-ups, rumors, and early development. We have a couple follow-ups.
We got to follow up trailers to 2 things. We got him and we got the paper. So we'll dig right into him. What'd you think of this new trailer?
I mean, it gave us a little more than the teaser did.
Yes.
But I still feel like it was a very similar just feel.
Yeah.
Right? Like you still have that very like what the hell is going on type of feel to this. Like we talked about before, it was like was it Blink Twice?
Yeah.
Yes. I kind of compared it to before, where it just feels like it's like a weird, like Epstein Island type of weirdness going on, dude. I don't know. It's I'm fucking stoked. I'm excited to see this. It involves 2 of my favorite worlds, which is cinema and football. So I'm excited for it. What about you?
It just it looks insane. It just. The more you see of it and hear about it, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's what you get in this trailer. And you just, and I think, like you said, when we talked about it, when we got the teaser, is just like, it's digging into the dark side of football where injuries and stardom and all that. And
the mentality behind all of that.
Yeah.
Like the lengths you'll go to preserve a career.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly. And just looks bloody. Looks like there's just some supernatural to it in some of the scenes. And just, this is going to be like close to opening day. Got to go see it in theaters for sure. Next, we got the paper. We got a TV series follows the filming crew that filmed at Dunder Mifflin in The Office, and we're going to a newspaper. What'd you think of this trailer?
It made me like I think I was a little surprised by the lack of comedy in the trailer, right? Mm-hmm. Like it seemed more, I don't know. It's kind of hard to put my finger on it actually, but it just seemed, I expected there to be more like alluding to the pranks, the shenanigans, the like the antics all behind the scenes of this, and you didn't really get a lot of that outside of the one female character. Yeah, that seems like she might be like one of the primary characters, and then Oscar. Yeah, towards the end, right? Like that, but that was it. That was really all you got, and I don't know. So it just seemed I read an article kind of talking about it and how The Office worked so well because they all looked like just your average fucking people. Like, you, like pretty much kind of what you would expect to go into a just typical office building and probably find. You're going to find old people, young people, you know, good-looking people, not so good-looking people, fat people, skinny people, like all sorts of different, you know, backgrounds and ethnicities and everything. And this seemed more like, while you still have the diversity, even more so, probably, it still just seemed like everyone, it just seemed like all almost too well done.
I know, 100% I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm still interested, obviously. I'm still gonna watch the show. I'm gonna give it a go and see how it is. It felt, still without the comedy side to it, it felt more Parks and Rec-ish than The Office, I think. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because Parks and Rec was a phenomenal show as well. But it just, I guess, I don't know, the style of it seems
I agree with you, but I also never got to see like a trailer for Parks and Rec or when The Office, so I don't know how they were promoting it to lead into their shows at the time.
That's fair.
But I also have those reservations where I'm like this was like just stupid fun, and this looks like a feel good story almost. Like we're trying to. Which kind of compares to the, you know, a dying paper business and everything. But
yeah, one of the other things that I think does kind of worry me, though, is the fact that what we got out of this trailer seems like all of the reporters are volunteers. How is that going to work? Because part of The Office and part of kind of the underlying tones of The Office is the fact that this is their 9-to-5 job. This is how they're all making money. So they have to put up with the bullshit because this is like this is how they're getting paid. What is keeping these people attached to this newspaper if they're all just volunteers? Like, if some weird crazy shit happens, like what had happened on every episode of The Office, they all can't just be like, all right, we're done, because they all have to be able to put food on the table. This is a volunteer. You're not getting paid for this. So what is keeping you continuing to stay loyal to the antics of the shenanigans, whatever will end up playing out? Does that make sense? So that's one of those things too, where it's like, how are they going to spin that to make this actually make sense and work?
And I guess the last point I'll make on it is also, it feels like the roles are, if you want to compare it to The Office, its roles are reversed, where it seems like we have a boss that is actually intelligent.
It looks more like Jim-esque.
Yes.
And then maybe...
and then the workers are the ones that are going to be causing the like pranks and everything.
That's true.
That's kind of what I got from it, but not
the
very loosely.
Maybe a good portion of it is like, oh, we're volunteering, so they're not taking it seriously.
Yes. And he is, kind of thing.
The other way around. Yeah, okay. That could be a way that it's played out, which could work. Okay.
So that's kind of what I saw in the trailer.
Like I said, I'm not trying to dog on it or anything.
No.
I'm just like...
But the trailer did make me nervous,
Yeah, it made me a little nervous. So that was where it's just like, oh man, then you start getting all these things in your mind, like, oh god, it's like, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to give it a go and see how it actually plays out. But
I mean, but that's going to be anything you put in after The Office. When you tie it into a world, you're gonna have big expectations. So hopefully it plays out. I'm still excited for it, and I'm gonna give it a watch, just like you said.
For sure. Toasted or Trash, as we've got our special segment of the week. This week, we're actually kind of doing a double up, special segment this week. Because me and Timmy went and saw a movie yesterday that we're going to talk about here in a couple minutes. But first off, we got Toasted or Trash. Again, Toasted or Trash is where Tim and I each give each other a movie to watch. We watch those respected movies, and then we talk about our thoughts of those movies on the show and whether or not we thought the person that gave it to us thought it was Toasted or Trash, and whether we think it's Toasted or Trash. So, first up, Tim, you gave me the movie Locked.
with Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Sir Anthony Hopkins.
And Skarsgård.
Yep, Bill Skarsgård. And we covered this movie on the show. And it just recently came out, and it is currently available to watch on Hulu.
Yep.
For free, also, if you have Hulu. So, obviously, you have to pay for Hulu, but you don't have to pay again for it, right? This movie was, it was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be in a really good way, right? Like, I wasn't just like, all right, I saw this coming. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was, like, I knew it was going to be intense. I knew it was going to be kind of creepy, I guess. Not really creepy, though, even. It was, because it's like a psychological thriller type movie, right? But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was good. Anthony Hopkins, back at it again, doing what he does
Creepy
best,
as
is
fuck.
just playing this fucking just
Smart,
awful human
smart,
being
creepy.
who is just super smart and intelligent, and at this point in his life just doesn't care about the consequences, and he's taking it into his taking actions into his own hands, pretty much. And then you have Bill Skarsgård's character, who's just kind of a down on his luck petty thief, who you quickly get a little bit drawn to just because of this kind of unraveling, almost in a way, relationship with his daughter, and kind of immediately puts you into, like, you're like rooting for him to turn it around, especially like for anyone that has kids, especially, like, you're watching it and you're like, fucking, like, I'm picturing Lainey the whole time, like all of it. So he ends up breaking into this car, gets locked inside, and Anthony Hopkins comes over the phone, and he has Jimmy rigged this entire car to essentially be a torture device.
Yeah.
And boy, does he.
Yes, he does.
And without giving any endings or spoilers away for this one, because it did just come out, I thought the movie was really well done. I thought it was really impressive that, the first 7/8 of this movie is literally just Bill Skarsgård acting inside this small, it's not small for a car, but it's just a small area to be acting in, moving from seat to seat, diving all around the car, doing all this stuff. And it's just him and Anthony Hopkins' voice. That's it. I'm going to forget the name of the movie now, but there's a specific movie. I can't remember who the actor was in it. Ryan Reynolds, I think. Is Ryan Reynolds
Buried?
Yeah, Buried. That's Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah.
Where he's just like trapped in the
casket.
The casket the whole movie.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me those vibes.
Yeah. Or
right?
Phone Booth.
Yeah, Phone Booth 2.
With,
as well. Not Phone Booth 2, but Phone Booth as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it just like where it's a very small setting for the majority of it. Like the filming location is literally just inside this vehicle, and it's a single actor pretty much, outside of the extras and the couple side characters within it. And then Anthony Hopkins for the last like 10 minutes of the movie. Right. Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was definitely toasted. My assumption is you thought it was definitely toasted as well.
I definitely thought it was toasted.
I would have been absolutely shocked if you'd have been like, "No, it was garbage."
No, it
Hot
was
trash.
hot toasted. It was the perfect toasted. I'm glad I picked this for you to watch because I was excited to watch this. It's kudos to Bill Skarsgård because, like you said, you're acting in one setting, essentially the whole movie, and to keep your interest, keep a audience interest in that.
Gotta be like, that has to be one of, obviously not being an actor and not knowing all of the ins and outs of everything, but just to the layperson, that to me seems like that would be like the hardest type of role to shoot, or scene to shoot, where you're literally like, it's just you for an hour and a half almost of just trying to keep the audience engaged. And did it fucking beautifully.
100%. And then you just add in Anthony Hopkins' voice pretty much without seeing him most of the movie, and you add that layer into it. It's just like it was a perfect combo, and it kept me intrigued the whole time. The movie was great. Highly recommend everyone to go watch this one. Again, it's on Hulu for free. I mean, if you have that service, it's free right now. So check it out. Which brings me to my watch this week. And I love this segment because it gets me to watch movies that I should have watched 1,000 years ago when they came out.
Had you never seen this?
I've never seen this.
What? No shit.
I've seen a lot of the scenes from it
you've seen clips, right?
and everything, and I've heard a lot of them, but have never watched from beginning to end. And I'm so thankful to you for.
Well, and I get, because you've given me a couple times now on Toaster or Trash. You give me like a new movie that we've talked about, and I like just because I know like which is one that we've both wanted to watch, and it's probably not one we're gonna go see in theaters together or whatever it is. And it's like we want to also follow up on some of the stuff that we've watched that we've talked about on the show.
Yeah,
but I also like to use Toaster or Trash as the opportunity to watch an older movie.
Yeah,
also.
Yeah. So the movie he chose for me was The Cable Guy with Jim Carrey, Matthew Broderick. It had Leslie Mann, Jack Black.
God, dude.
It had so many actors
So
where
many
it was
people
just
in
like,
this.
oh my God, they're in this. They're in this.
Dude, there's a lot of people in that movie. You don't remember.
Yeah.
Well, you've never seen it, but like there's every time I do, and I haven't watched. I mean, before this, I hadn't watched it in a while. Either,
Yeah.
But I just like every time it's like, oh fuck, that's right, they're in this too. You like pick somebody new out every time I see it.
100%. And so it was just, it was toasted for me. The movie was a lot of fun. It just one of the million characters that Jim Carrey can do at such a good level. And it even had a creep level to it, but just super funny. I think this is one of Matthew Broderick's best roles, movies. And so super fun movie. Glad you gave it to me to watch. I'm going to say you think it's toasted as well.
Absolutely, which is funny, and so I didn't realize that you had never seen this before. I just had assumed that you had probably seen this movie before. But the part of the reason why I put it on was because it was more out of curiosity, because this is one of the movies that Jim Carrey has done where it's probably the bigger opposites when it comes to the audience. Like I know a lot of people who can't stand this movie. They think it's Jim Carrey's like worst movie, and I'm like on the other end of it where I'm like, I think this is potentially one of Jim Carrey's better movies. So I know it's very polarizing,
and it's because I kind of get where someone could be turned off by this, because there's a lot of movies where the actor goes just to the extreme where they like use accents or whatever it may be, where it's just like, it's not for me. But no, I think this was right down his wheelhouse, and I thought it was just right on point. It fit well with the whole premise, and I wish I watched it sooner. Honestly, it was funny. It had everything in this, so I highly enjoyed this one.
Good. I'm happy you liked it.
And you thought it was toasted, right?
Yes, absolutely toasted for me.
Perfect.
It's gonna be hard fought to find me a Jim Carrey movie that I'm not gonna think is toasted. Well, I guess we did do one earlier on the show. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was
the one with.
It was what's his name? Canada. Alan Thicke.
It's like Golden. Whatever it was. It was the one where they go up to the ski lodge. Yeah. That movie was fucking terrible.
It was so bad.
Jim Carrey looked like he was like 14 years old in it.
That's true.
It was back in like 87 or something. So. All right. Our second special segment of the week. We got what we are dubbing Be Kind and Rewind. We're winding back to reviewing just a movie that we've covered on the show.
Yeah.
We went that this isn't part of we didn't go do this for Blockbuzzing. We didn't do it for anything specific. We just wanted to go see this movie, so we did it. We're like, we got to talk about it. We went and saw Weapons yesterday.
Boy, did we.
Spoiler alert, no spoiler alert. How are we feeling? Maybe
Let's
not.
try to keep it spoiler free.
Okay, perfect. I don't think that'll be hard to do.
Yeah.
What'd you think, Tim?
Well, triple beers. This is certified. It was so good. It was unexpected.
Yeah.
And
we expected it to be good.
Yes.
Don't get that confused. I think just what the movie ended up being in and of itself was the thing that was unexpected, because I think we both kind of went into it thinking it was going to be One Direction, and it came out O-Town.
Yes. Yeah. I get that. I get that.
But yeah, it came out like we were just like, what the fuck? Like when we left the theater, we were talking, we were like, that was nowhere, like that did not go in any way like the way I thought it was going.
But it was so good.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It was so good. Like you absolutely gripped the entire time, locked in, just on the edge of the seat, about to piss my pants towards the end, because I'm like, I'm not about to get up and leave in the middle.
There was because I had to go to the bathroom as well, and it was just like, there's no point in this movie where I thought I could leave.
No. Without missing something.
Yeah, for sure. And
because
thinking back on it is you can't go to you have to watch this.
Yeah, you have to see it the whole way through, or be able to pause it, right?
Yeah.
To get up and do something else, because there are things almost every scene where it's like, if you miss it, you might be a little lost. You might be a little confused about something.
Because they had like a little wrinkle in every little
scene,
bit.
Man. Oh my gosh. I went into this expecting it to be more kind of along the lines of like The Happening or The Crazies. Like that type of happening.
Yes.
That type of thing going on to cause whatever the disturbance is.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it went was not on my bingo card. So, which is always like always happily invited,
very
right?
welcomed.
Like, yeah, thank you. That's what I'm trying to think of. Was that very welcomed when I can be totally wrong like that in such a good way.
Yeah,
you know, it's refreshing. It definitely ended up feeling like it was a very unique and fresh take on something.
I can't think of anything similar to this off the top of my head, and the promotion for this was done very well. It does not give you anything. It makes you think it's going one direction, and then it comes out O-Town. So,
and we love O-Town, so don't get us wrong in that. That might sound bad, because I know, especially the newer generations, One Direction is probably like maybe I should have said like it was going one direction and it came out Backstreet Boys or NSYNC.
Yeah,
like the two best boy bands to ever do it.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. You need to go see this. Highly recommend it in theaters. Go see it.
Yes. Support your local theaters.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Don't let them go out, because I still love going to the theaters.
There's nothing beats the experience of going to the movie theater and getting your snacks and going in and sitting down and just enjoying the experience with other people, as long as there's not some fucking piece of garbage jackass sitting behind you narrating the whole fucking movie.
God, was it kids?
Shut the fuck up in your local theaters,
I was too afraid to look behind me. Was there like kids with them, or?
Yeah, there's like 4 probably like young teenagers, or
just
maybe even a little bit younger.
God, from the moment that guy walked into the theater, I knew he was going to be annoying.
Yeah. It was
and then he had to sit right behind us.
I know. So fucking annoying.
But that didn't even take me out of the movie, because I was into it.
I was in it the whole time, even though there were moments where I was having to bite my tongue and not just turn around and say, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But it was just like, let it go.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
Actors did very well in this movie. It was just, this is no bargain bin movie. This was everything I wanted it to be, and nothing what I would expect it to be at the same time.
Yes.
Which brings us to Blockbusters question of the week. Like I alluded to earlier, very similar to our Belts question of the week. What is your favorite movie that came out during your birthday month? Has to be from the year you were born to present. What do you got?
So I told you before we started filming that I have kind of a weird coincidence in my answers here.
Okay.
And it's because they happened to come out on the same day of the month.
Oh, really?
In September. So Unforgiven, September 17th, 2006.
Yeah.
Was the TLC match between John Cena and Edge that I talked about earlier. Fast forward to September 17th of 2010 was the date that The Town came out in theaters.
Oh.
Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner, it's a heist movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I think that's my favorite Ben Affleck movie. It's my favorite Jeremy Renner movie. It's my favorite heist movie. Outside of, I guess, The Dark Knight, if you consider that a heist movie, because it does start with a heist.
It does.
But I don't think it's really a heist movie.
Yeah.
But like that, I loved that movie. It was so well done. The acting in it was phenomenal. And yeah, so when I saw it, I was like, oh fuck, that came out. I was like, I don't even care what the rest of this list is. I'm picking that. Could I have had a couple different runner-ups or follow-ups? Absolutely, because The Fugitive came out in September in 93, I think. It was either 93 or 94. Forrest Gump came out in September. Shang-Chi came out in September. There are a handful. I mean, there's obviously a lot of movies that come out in September, but there are a handful of big ones. But I was like, The Town, I love that fucking movie, man. It's too good. So that's what I went with. What about you?
That's a good one. Well,
April's an interesting year for movie releases.
yeah.
Not necessarily as easy as WrestleMania.
No, for sure. And
I think I might have had the easier... Or maybe just bigger
yeah,
movies
because you
coming
get
out, 'cause
you get
I'm like the end of summer.
The blockbuster,
Right? End of summer blockbusters.
Yeah, exactly.
April is
Sometimes it's included the beginning,
depending on the list you look at.
but
will
I mean
include some April titles, but
so I'm gonna give one, but I'm gonna choose another because it falls into MCU.
okay.
Avengers Endgame came out in April of 2019. Yeah. Avengers Endgame and Infinity War did as well. They both were an April release.
May releases.
No. It came out April 26, 2019.
Okay.
So that one took the top, but I thought MCU is too easy to go with. So
okay.
I picked up, just in case you were like, fuck you can't choose MCU. I chose Cabin in the Woods. Came out in 2012 in April. It's the one that is it's similar to the same veins as Scream. It's a horror movie, but it's making fun of itself at the same time. It has a Hemsworth in it, Chris Hemsworth.
Thor?
No, not
Liam
Liam Hemsworth.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I remember this. Cabin in the Woods?
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah.
I know Cabin in the Woods. I thought you said Kevin in the Woods.
No.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? I've never heard of that before. Okay, never mind.
Cabin in the Woods. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a
Miscommunication.
well thought out horror movie where it's making fun of itself all at the same time. It was very creative.
Quite meta.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it never took itself seriously, but still had some good creeps to it and a incredible closing scene to a movie.
Yeah,
one of the most chaotic closing scenes to a movie. So highly recommend that if you haven't seen that. But 2012, Cabin in the Woods.
All right, dude.
That's the show.
That's the show. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Episode 62. This is The Vision.
Let's fucking go.